Hello, welcome back to another video on astrology. In this video, I'll be talking to you about Rajju Dosham. What exactly is Rajju Dosham? Oftentimes, I receive messages on my WhatsApp or email or even as comments on the YouTube videos. Sir, I'm in love with this girl or I'm in love with this boy. The whole world is against me. The astrologers are against me because they've said there is Rajju Dosham. I wish Rajju Dosham does not exist. So those kind of statements. What do you do when your horoscope matching gets rejected only because of Rajju Dosham? Or is it? Do we really have to consider it so seriously? Is there some logic to it? So that's what we are going to discuss today. So let's start with. Let the students come in with their whatever is their current view of this Rajju Dosham, and then also say a few words about Rajju Dosham. So let me invite. So let's invite Vinod to say a few words about Rajju. He lives in Chennai, and he has something to say about Rajju Dosham. Maybe you, Vinod, you can even ask on behalf of the viewers. You can anticipate their questions and even post those questions here. Or if you have some answers already, you can let us know about what you think about Rajju Dosham.
Yeah, so so I have a very limited perspective, sir. So you can correct me if I'm going wrong. So I understand that the Rajju dosha is one of the compatibility check when it comes to matching horoscopes, and there are a set of nakshatras that are tagged to one particular Rajju, right? So what I understand is like Ashwini, Maka, Mula. These stars don't match well with what do you call like the nakshatras ruled by Mercury, which is Aslesha, Jeshta, Revati. Likewise, the Bharani, Purva Falguni, and Purva Shada, they're not supposed to be matched with, Pushya, Anuradha, Uttara Bhadrapada. So these are all, Rajju, they're not compatible in terms of Rajju dosha. And
Vinod,
yeah.
just a minute. How do you remember all these things? Do you need a lookup to, discuss these things, or is there any logic? Is there some way to?
Yeah, I think the simplest way is like the first and the ninth, then the second and the eighth, the third and the seventh. Like if you were to take the first set of three stars and the last set of three stars, that is not supposed to be matched. And then the second set of three stars, which is like the Bharani, Purva, Falguni, Purva, Shada. If you were to
Okay,
list, yeah.
so you are saying that there is something to do with the order of nakshatra in the way the nakshatras are laid out in the zodiac. So the first star and maybe the 18th star, Ashwini and Jeshta, they suffer this Rajju Dosham because they happen to be in a particular way in the zodiac. Okay.
Yeah, so you can add the number, if you can
okay.
add the digits in the nakshatra. Like suppose if it is a 27th nakshatra, you add 2 plus 7, it's 9. So
Okay.
one, if the count is 1, like for example 1, 10, and 19, right?
Okay.
So when you
Okay.
add, and if the count is 1,
Okay.
the easiest way to remember is it should not be matched with 9. 2 should not be matched with 8. 3 should not be matched with 7, and so on and so forth. And if you actually put a pictorial representation of those nakshatras, it is very clear, like the first and the last set, then the second first and the second last. So it is that way easy. And
Okay.
it is also believed that the Raju it actually means the Mangal Sutra or the thread. So when you do some sort of a matching like this, like the first and the ninth or the second and the eighth,
Okay.
then the marital bondage breaks. That's my limited understanding. So so especially in South India, people are quite particular, not to match such nakshatras.
Do you think that this is something that is more more popular in just maybe Tamil Nadu or Kerala, or maybe just South India, and it's not used in North India?
In North India, maybe it is used, sir, but I think they have some that Dashakuta system or slightly different system, right? So, I mean, I don't know, sir. I don't know the answer.
So in India, most of the times they use what is called the 8-point calculation. Okay,
Yeah,
in which
Ashtakota.
you don't have Rajju separated out. But Veda, Rajju, they all come together as together as part of what they call as Nadi,
Okay.
the eighth match point. So it starts with the most important one. Where you have 36 points. The Varna is 1 point, and then Vashya is 2 point, and Dina is 3 point, and so on. 4 is Yoni, and 5 is Graha Maitri, and 6 is Graha Maitri. It is Gana, which is Rakshasa, Deva, and Manusha. You get 6 points, and Rashi you get 7 points, and Nadi you get 8 points. So if you add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you will get 36 points. That is a famous 36 points. Out of 36 points, how much point you got? So the idea is that if anyone gets, if the couple get more than 18 or more than 18, so then it's deemed as a good match. Less than 18, it is rejected. But in the Nadi, the last one, somehow two other things that are used as separate entities in South India, they get added, they get included without our knowledge. It's almost inbuilt into it. So there are actually two things here. So Rajju and Veda combination together represents the Nadi. So if same Nadi, you get 0 out of 8. If it is different, Binna Nadi, you get 8 out of 8. There's only 0 or 8 in this category. So but this is not the topic. The topic is what is Rajju. And so whether it is South India or North India, we are using the concept of Rajju anyway. In South India, we use it separately as a match point. And in North India, it gets included in the last one, the most important one, 8 out of, in 8 points, that's the maximum. So Rajju is serious. Okay, so, but the misconception is that all Rajus are bad. That is what we are going to talk. And all Rajus are not bad. Because we will soon find out how. For that, let me ask some more students if they want to say something about it. Let's see, raise of hand. Okay, Manoj wants to say something. Manoj Chakravarti.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I have to add one more point to what Vinod said. See, when we talk about nakshatras, right? If we say, for example, same nakshatra people, like, like say Ketu nakshatra, Ashwini and Maka. Okay, so when people of these two nakshatras form, the dashas also will be the same pattern that they start with. Say, for example, a person born with Ashwini first pada and Maga first pada, both will start with Ketu dasha. So when we are doing a matching on this, then they will have the same, dasha, Vimshottari dasha period going on for both of them. Then this also adds to another point, which becomes dasha sandhi.
No, dasha sandhi is not just because they have the same dasha at any given point in time. Dasha sandhi is if the dasha starts within a range of 6 months. And some people say it is up to 1 year. But once you cross this range, it's no more a dasha sandhi. So it's not that, if, for example, a person might start Ketu dasha after 3 years, whereas the husband is already in Ketu Mahadasha, so that is not considered dasha sandhi. For dasha sandhi, the gap should be, if you do it strictly, it is 6 months only. But if you go a little lenient on it and say, okay, let's let the tolerance be increased, then it is 1 year. But beyond 1 year, it is not accepted at all. So both the husband and wife together, they can run the same dasha. It's only dangerous if it starts at around the same time. And if it starts on the same day, it is a maximum 100% dosha. And then as you deviate on either side, 6 months, it gets weaker and weaker. And but anyway, see, up to 6 months it is rejected. Okay, but before that, let's try to understand more about Rajju itself. Anyone else wants to say a few words about Rajju? Otherwise, we will go straight into the explanation. Looks like nobody. Okay. Okay, fine. So what we'll do is I will first, to begin with, you need to know this order first. Only then you can understand Rajju, which is the star order. Okay. always understand and memorize it like this: Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, with numbers. It's very important that you also know it along with numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Once you know this, then we can try to understand what are we talking about when we discuss Rajju. Okay, what is Rajju? First, let's not good at drawing, but I'll try. This way we'll say is the the head. Okay, so we'll draw 3 heads like this. Simple. Okay, just imagine this head. Then we have a, what is this? Neck. And maybe we can draw something like this. And then okay, so those of you who are artists, please forgive me. Now what you should do is you should start writing out the stars on this 3 people. And what you see here, if you draw a line like this will be the three subdivisions of the entire 27 nakshatras. 9 threes are. Okay, so in each of the man we will have now 9 stars, and the next man will have 9 stars, and the next person will have 9 stars. So we will start writing here as 0, 1 Ashwini. Okay, so I'll not write it in full from now on. And this is actually called the Pada Raju. And somewhere over here, which people say it's either the waist or the thigh. Okay, but it's most popularly known as thigh. Okay, so here we have the second nakshatra, which is BHA, Bharani. And then we have what is called the navel. And so here we have what is called the Nabi. Okay, this is called the Nabi, and we have Kritika here. Okay, fourth one is here on the neck. So 0, 4, what is neck? On the neck we have, after Kritika comes Rohini. After Rohini comes 0, 5 Mrigashira. After that you start coming down on the same person. 0, 5, 0, 6 Arudra. Then 7 Punarvasu. And then 0, 8 Pushya. And 9 is Aslesha. So one of you can represent the students. Manoj, you can talk, or Vinod. If you understood this, you can unmute and say, yes, understood.
It makes sense, sir.
Yeah, you are able to understand that,
Yes,
right?
yes, there is no
Okay.
issues.
Okay. For a human being, now you have 9 stars allotted. So now how to describe it? If you say Mrigashira in the language of Rajju Dosham, you'll have to say Mrigashira is a Siro Rajju, Siro, head. Okay, the head, the neck, the navel, the thigh, and the pada, the legs. Got it? So after this, how do you start? After 9th, where is 10th? So it's so simple. Write again here 10 dot. After you write 10 dot, after Aslesha, what comes? Makha. Then again 11 is Purva Fal. Then the navel is 12th, U Fal, Uttara Fal. Then again the neck is 13, Hasta, which is a moon star. Okay, Hasta Nakshatra, moon. Okay, since it didn't come out well, I'll rewrite it. 13 is Hasta. What is 14? Chitra. So this is again Shiro Raju. Okay. After 14, write 15. Then where is this? Sorry. This is 16 and this is 17 and this is 18. And this one will be 19. 20 will be thigh. 21 will be the navel, and 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. For this, you need to know the nakshatra here. You can take a screenshot of it, keep it on your mobile phone, and then fill out the rest. I'm not filling out here. Okay, so what is the 23rd nakshatra? It is Dhanishta. So now we understand all the Mars nakshatra are Shiro Rajus. What is a Raju? That's very important. Raju means rope. What does a rope do?
Hang things.
Only that is negative. Otherwise, it brings you together.
Bonding.
So the rope of destiny, binding. You bind a person with some rope. So surprisingly, if Raju, if people belonging to the same Raju, they fall in love, it will become very difficult to separate because they are coming together for a destiny. They're destined to. So there is a rope, there is a common thread running between them. They get attracted. Whether it is for good or bad, that is different. That we'll know only later after we go through this, how to find that. Okay. So Raju actually means the rope. So never forget this. And rope of good, bad. Now what you see here is Ketu Nakshatra, which is Ashwini, and Mercury Nakshatra, they are all in the same line. Do you see that? So what is 18th Nakshatra? It is Jeshta. I'm writing it here. What is the 19th Nakshatra? It is Moola. And 27th Nakshatra is Revati. So the nakshatras of Ashwini or Ketu and Mercury, they are all in the same Raju. They are on the same line. And once they fall in love with each other, it's very difficult to separate them. They'll be always trying to come back together. Even if they fight, they'll still not separate. They will want to be together. Okay. So this is Pada Raju. Now if the Pada Raju is there, the only problem they'll have is, they say one of the partners will be always traveling. And you don't have the partner with you, it's very difficult. Where is my husband? He is elsewhere. He's in Dubai. And I'm alone here. Because of travel. Problem through, because they travel. Also, it might indirectly mean danger through travel also. But is all of them the same thing? Now we come to a very important aspect. So first to do one thing, draw a rope with a different color. Okay, like this. I'm going to draw with a thicker, this one is a rope, a straight line, that's all. So this entire thing is called the Pada Raju. And this one, the thigh, on the thigh, is called the Uru Raju. If you Google what's the meaning of Uru, you will find out it is also thighs. Sometimes it also be referred as waist, doesn't matter. Okay. And people born in these groups, if they marry, there's a tendency for financial difficulties, poverty, difficulties in matters of money. And because the matters of money, they have to, first they come together, and then due to matters of money, they will have arguments after arguments, but they'll continuously live together also most of the time. So the third one, the third rope is the the Nabi Raju. You can easily infer what this might mean, because right in the middle, for a lady, this is childbirth. So children may related to children, concerns of children, and the children go away, or serious concerns with with matters pertaining to children can happen if a Kritika Nakshatra person maybe marries somebody else on the same line. Okay, so this fourth one, what we have here, which is the kanta, the neck Raju, they say that the female in the couple, that is the wife's life may be in danger. And the other one is the Siro Raju, which is also the same rope, which is going through Mrigashira, Chitra, and Dhanishta. There is a possibility of death of the man, the husband. Now, this is how the Rajus are understood. Now, we will try to understand, is all of them bad? Okay.